Save, build up, leave as is, or let the nails rest. In general, write in the comments what you would do in this situation. In the meantime, I'll start removing them. Here I'm using a ceramic bit at a speed of 18,000 revolutions per minute. Someone recently told me that it's impossible to remove the coating at such a speed. So share in the comments what speeds you use for removal. As for me, everything works out great even at 18,000. Here we're pushing back the cuticle and definitely adding talc. I just can't live without it. I really love doing manicures with talc because when you add talc, first of all, the bits don't get clogged. Secondly, it's very easy to see where the skin is dry, where to cut, and so on. By the way, here I only use 2 bits. Both are called flame. One has a sharp tip and the other has a blunt tip. I start with the one with the rounded tip and then use the sharp one. After that, I move on to cutting. I use scissors with rounded tips. I like this shape. And then comes the buffing. Here I have a ball bit with a red band running at just 6,000 RPM. Everything gets smoothed out perfectly. And now we can move on to the main part. Here is our main star. And let's see what we're going to do with it in the end. I apply primer, dehydrator, basically all the necessary liquids, and then I move on to the base. My base is a rubber one from IMEN. I'm showing you what the new packaging looks like. While the base is drying, which takes 60 seconds, I'll definitely show you the gel. It will also be from IMEN. This is a new shiny shade with a fine, barely noticeable, very delicate shimmer. I'll apply it to the jewel form. I'm spreading it out. For those who noticed, I'll say that I filed the form. Many people do this. I just decided to follow their example. They say that if the form is thinner near the cuticle, it will be easier to make a clean imprint. Let's check. Well, in principle, for the first time, I think it turned out pretty well. I'm not a fan of jewel forms, but sometimes to step out of my comfort zone, I honestly practice them. Although I still think that the time spent selecting the jewel form and the fact that you need to buy absolutely every size is not exactly a universal solution. After all, it's much easier to just apply the gel and then file it. But here, as they say, it's a matter of taste, to each their own. And now we're moving on to our main character. Here, I apply the same gel to the jewel form in exactly the same way, but I'll make this nail a little shorter, just to reduce the stress on it. Next, we place the jewel form, move it a little closer to the cuticle, and check the result. Well, I think it's pretty good, actually. Now I'll touch it a bit. We'll file it. Just one note. I will file out the underside of all the nails, except for the index finger, the one that's injured, just so I don't touch it unnecessarily, because it's uncomfortable for my model. And of course, my goal is not to cause her any discomfort. After removing the sticky layer, I go over it with this kind of diamond bit with a blue band. I use it to remove tiny floods that remain even with the cleanest impression. Next is the troublesome decal. I still can't settle down and keep trying. Another way to apply it. This time I'm applying the slider with tweezers instead of a stamper and placing it on the thick tacky layer from the base coat. The base is the same one I used for the underlayer. The rubber one has a really nice tacky layer. This way I have the ability to move and stretch the slider a bit with my fingers wherever I need it. Here's our result. But we decided to add a bit of sparkle because I received new limited edition gel polishes from IMEN. These are glitters for the new year. It's already time to shop for the new year. Here are some reflective glitters. I want to say that I really liked them because they're some of the few reflective glitters that look beautiful even without a bright flash, not just like some silly gray sparkles. So we did a gradient. We ended up with a slider that has a gradient or ombre going upwards, and the reflective glitters are also applied in a gradient. Now we just need to slightly file the edge. I angle the bit like this. I file everything. Now let's take a look. This is how it looks with the flash. Well, to be honest, I don't really like it. I liked it more under regular lighting. I think it turned out really cool. Write in the comments what you think, and don't forget to comment on that nail. Would you have left it as is or extended it like I did?